Hello everyone, this is Money Mom. Welcome to the channel. Today is a highly requested video and it is how can I pay credit card debt off fast? Let's get started and talk about it. I also want to thank you for requesting videos. My email is on the About page. Please send me video requests because I really want Saturday to be videos that you guys request. And there's a variety of topics. I've done several of them, but I can always use more fabulous ideas like this one. Okay, the very first thing I would do, and I did do, and this is in the late 1980s when I had a lot of credit card debt and I had multiple credit cards. And this is what I did. Now, I did have good credit. Some people that have a lot of credit card debt have good credit, some do not. So it depends on this. But the first thing I did was I added up all my credit card debt and I looked at how much I had, how many cards, and figured out minimum balances. I did all of that and looked at the interest rate. So that's the first thing I did. Number two, because I had good credit, one of the things I did, and a lot of people will disagree with this, but it really helped me a lot to pay it off a lot faster. I took 1 year to pay off my credit card debt, but I also got a part-time job too, in addition to my full-time job. But one thing that I did do is I transferred some of the higher interest to a 0% interest credit card. That way I wasn't paying the interest. I think I did pay a little fee to do that, but that definitely helped me pay it off faster. And I would look at the interest rate. Another thing that some people have done is they call their credit card company and say, hey, you see that I pay on time and I'm paying extra. Can you lower my interest rate, or can you transfer me to another credit card where I get a lower interest rate? I mean, that can really make a big difference in paying your credit card off faster. So I would definitely transfer balance or see what you can do about getting a lower interest rate. Number three, let's say that you have 3 credit cards. One, you owe $250, one you owe $500, one you owe $2,000. Now, some people like to pay off the one with the higher interest first, and I do understand that, but a lot of people like doing the snowball method, which is what I did, and I looked at the smallest. So I might look at the one with 250. Maybe what I might do is pick up some babysitting jobs, and within like a month I might make 250 bucks, take that 250 and pay off that credit card. Now I'm down to 2, and then I go to the $500 one. So that's kind of how I did it. Now obviously I was paying minimum or a little more than minimum balances on the others, but it kind of made me feel a sense of accomplishment doing that. But you could also do it where you pay off the higher interest. But what I did with all my credit cards is I put them all onto one, and then I did a 0% interest, which made it a lot easier. Okay, and then the next is number 4. This is, I think, important. Some people will tell you to cut off all your credit cards. I personally, for me, do not believe in doing that. I do think, this is my opinion, okay? Do your own research. You guys know that this is just from my experience. So always do your own research and talk to an expert. But I definitely do not think it's smart to just cut up your credit cards and not use credit at all, because I do think that credit can be very useful. You just have to be responsible for it. And you don't want to just stop using it, okay? That's because your credit score can go really low if you do that. Okay, so that would be, don't just cut up your credit card. You just simply stop using it. Number 5, and obviously this one seems like obvious, but this is what I did. I cut expenses, like I didn't go out to eat, and I basically worked all the time and made a 1-year commitment to working. And so I worked a full-time job and a part-time job, and my part-time job, every single bit of that money got thrown at my credit card, and that's how I paid, or credit cards, and that's how I paid them off, is by having that part-time job. And then I also cut spending so that I could take some of my full-time job's income and part-time job, throw it at the debt. And it was interesting because right after I did that, the place where I was working at, which was a great place, Sally's Beauty Supply, it was a wonderful place to work. I really enjoyed that part-time job. But I think they ended up moving to another location. And this was a job that I could walk to, so it worked out great. But anyway, this is some tips that I have. Obviously, cutting expenses and getting side hustles always works, but looking to see what your interest rate and seeing if you can get a lower interest rate can really help as well. Let me know in the comments below any tips and tricks you have to paying your credit card debt off faster. That's all I have to say. I love you, I appreciate you, and I sure hope to see you on tomorrow morning's video. Bye-bye.